Chapter 12 Creating High Performance Supervisors. What changes are needed to support and grow a lean leadership culture? You may have noticed that I've made many references to your responsibility and your processes in this training. I believe that leadership, be it at the supervisory, managerial, or director level, is a privilege. As leaders, we have more control over how we spend our time each day. We have more flexibility to take breaks, use the phone or internet, and address personnel issues that may arise. Sure, we often have to work some hours without seemingly getting paid for doing so, but think about it. Would you be willing to give up your management rights? Becoming a high-performing supervisor requires some significant types of personal change, but it also requires some new types of support from those you report to. You should expect your own job to change to a great degree as you experience lean success, and hopefully you will see these changes as positive ones. In this module, we'll look at both aspects of supervisory change, what you need to do and what others need to do to support you. Both types of changes must occur. You will not be able to sustain your success over time or realize much success even in the short term if changes are not made in both of these areas. You also need to challenge your own mental models about how work is done each day. And you must learn new things, use new tools, and act differently in the workplace. It sounds tough, but these changes will also make you a more value-added person in the job site going forward. Leaders behaving badly. Formal leaders send constant signals about their personal vision desires. Negative emotion makes events more memorable. Formal leaders are the gatekeepers for personal and team lean efforts. For the positive to work, the negative must be stopped. Change systems to shift cultures. Most organizations do not measure leadership behavior, even though leadership behavior probably has one of the greatest day-to-day impacts on an organization's culture, and in turn, its performance. The daily behavior of each of your leaders on the job sends messages to people about what is important, what work practices are accepted, and what work practices are not accepted. Leaders often attach emotion to their daily messages as well. Positive emotion can do a lot to boost morale, but negative emotion can help deeply seat a negative event or encounter in an employee's mind. When leaders are with their people, they're sending them messages, whether they actually say anything to anyone or not. For example, if a leader walks by a person who is doing something wrong and does not say anything, they are in essence telling that person that it's okay to do their work in an incorrect manner. If you want to create a work culture that's focused on high performance, you need to do two key things. First, you need to begin measuring leadership behavior via some form of survey, such as the Leadership Index that we'll introduce in a little bit. A typical assessment of this type looks at leadership behavior consistency across several dimensions, including the support of lean work practices. Second, your leaders need to stop introducing negative emotion into the workplace. Negative emotion encourages people to shut down and find ways to stay out of trouble, instead of encouraging them to try or learn new things. Since you simply can't ask leaders to stop doing this and expect it to occur, you need to give them regular feedback when they both exhibit the behaviors you would like them to and when they act in a manner that is inconsistent with your expectations. Measuring lean leadership. Lean leadership is made up of three elements. Scorecard results. How balanced are these results? Leadership effectiveness. How do you gauge performance to expectations? And then job design. How much time should be spent on lean efforts? The process for creating lean leaders seems simple. Define measurable expectations, track performance to those expectations, give consistent prompt feedback about their performance results, and provide them with support for making the personal change. While this process may appear to be simple, we often fail to use it properly. We've already mentioned the fact that leadership behavior, which is a key dimension of leadership performance, is rarely measured. We also tend to make mistakes when we select the other types of measures that we're going to use to gauge leadership success. Our most common error involves measuring a leader's success by looking at performance results that they are not directly responsible for attaining. For example, we measure leaders on the safety incident rates of their people instead of looking at the number of safety improvements, safety audits, or safety classes performed by the leader. Our biggest failure in this area, however, can be found by looking at the types of support and guidance we typically give leaders when a performance improvement initiative is kicked off. In most cases, we simply give them more to do. Additional projects, additional reports to complete, and additional meetings and training to attend. We fail to help leaders build these new tasks into their jobs by helping them find non-value added tasks that they can eliminate or minimize. We fail to look at the design of their jobs, how they spend their time each day, to get a fact-based assessment of how much time is currently being spent on projects or improvement in general. If we want our managers and supervisors to do new things or do things differently, we have to be clear about what we want them to do. We must also give them prompt feedback when they are successful and unsuccessful. And we must help them make the job transition itself easier.